I'm excited. We started off a preaching series this past Sunday called "That's Who He Is," and it's just really experiencing more of who God is. And today we're just going to spend a little bit more time in finding those key characteristics of God. So if you wouldn't mind turning with me to Psalm 46, verse number 1. We're just going to take a look at Psalm 46, verse number 1. And within this text, there are three things about God that encourages our hearts. And you got to know that God is a source of all things. You just need to tap into Him. So Psalm 46. I want you to take a look at verse number 1. That's the only verse we're going to cover today. So real quick word just to get you through the balance of the week. But in Psalm 46, verse number 1, we find it says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Now that excites my heart just right there. Now there's a couple of components. Look at the three components of who God is, because that's just simply who He is. First of all, God is refuge. He is our refuge. Now, refuge carries the idea of being your shelter, your hope, something you place your trust in. God is our home base of safety. You know, when I was a little boy, we used to play hide and seek, and I even carried it over when our kids were little. We'd play hide and seek with them. And the idea of hide and seek is that a person would hide their face for and count up to 20. So the people who were hiding had 20 seconds to find a hiding place. The key is, and the goal is, you had to get back to home base before you were found. And if you got back to home base before you were found, you were safe. So in essence, you are safe. You've won the game, and God has the same thing that He provides for us. See, knowing that God is your home base, you can run to Him. You can reach your base of safety. You can reach your shelter. You can reach your hope, because He has kept you safe before. You can place your trust in Him. God is your refuge, your shelter, your hiding place, your home base. The second thing that we see in terms of a characteristic of God is that God is our strength. So when you look at the fact that God is our strength, you got to know that God has power, God is strong, God is mighty, God can fix it, God can do it. There is nothing too hard for God. Do you really think that God can't do the things that you need Him to do? I mean, think about it. God can do all things but fail. But we get in the idea thinking that God can't handle our it, whatever our it is. Our problems, our finances, our health, our family, our marriages. You got to know that whatever your if is, God can solve it. God can change it. God can flip the script. God can do all things but fail. You just got to know that God is your strength. That's the second characteristic of God. Now check out number 3. God is your helper. In the time of trouble, look, He is a very present help. God is present with you. When you need Him, He is right there with you. Notice an important thing though. God didn't say that He would remove you from trouble. He didn't say that you wouldn't face trouble. He said that He is a present in the time, a very present help in the time of trouble. See, you got to know that God is with you when you're hurting. God is with you when things go sideways in life. God is with you when you need Him the most. He is very present in your situation. You got to know that God will never leave you nor forsake you. You got to know that God is your helper. He is your aid. He is your waymaker. He is your healer. He is your provider. Whatever you need God to be, that is exactly who God is. So God is our refuge and strength and a very present help in trouble. Hopefully it has a word to just encourage your heart today. I know that it encourages my heart because I definitely need God and I need him desperately in my life. If you're looking for a church home or you're looking for a place to worship, we prayerfully want you to consider the loving people at Trinity Missionary Baptist Church. We are located at 6320 Chandler Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45227. Our devotions start at 10:45 a.m. Our worship service starts at 11 a.m. and Sunday school starts at 9:30 a.m. We hope and pray that this message falls upon your heart in a special way, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and we prayerfully hope that God pours all into your life the remainder of this week. Have a blessed week.